Hey guys, sorry I can't be there tonight. By this time, I'm probably down with my mom and dad in Wachula. So I just wanted to share with you anyway. If I could be there, I would. I tried to figure out how to stay behind and actually go later, but best that I go ahead and go down. But I wanted to leave you with a message to encourage you. So, Kevin, if you're there tonight, I didn't do my hairdo today just in your honor. So, me and you are just kind of on that same wavelength today. So I'll wear a hat, for Billy and the other ladies to they can kind of not pay attention to my messed up hair. But what I wanted to talk to you about today is prophecy, and we talk about to love, and we talk about to prophesy, and prophesy is a spiritual gift. And I'm going to read here in 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verses 1 through 3. So last week I talked to you about 1 Corinthians chapter 13, and it talks about love and what love is and what love is not. So chapter 13 talks about what love is and what love is not. Love is kind, love is long-suffering, etc., etc. So this is chapter 14, which follows on that. Well, if you go back to chapter 12, it talks about the spiritual gifts. So prophecy and healing and given prophets and given pastors and teachers, etc. And then if you go back to chapter 11, it talks about what to do and what not to do, how to take communion, those kinds of things. So we're moving through the book of Corinthians, 1 Corinthians, and this scripture says, let love be your highest goal. So that's following chapter 13. Let love one another. Brotherly love. Be kind to one another. Be at peace with one another. Be long-suffering with one another. Be right to one another. It says, but also desire the special abilities, the spiritual gifts. So God gives us gifts, spiritual gifts, that are above and beyond us to perform or to do. So in our spirit is healing, prophecy, etc. So it says, especially the gift of prophecy. So I want to focus on prophecy. What is it to prophesy? What is it to prophesy one another? Why is this so important? It says, love, but let the gift of prophecy be earnestly desired by you. So go after prophecy. Why is that? Verse 2 says, for if your gift is the ability to speak in tongues, so speaking in tongues, okay, you will be talking to God, but not to people. So if I speak in tongues right now, and I move out of English, you won't be able to understand what I'm saying. You've heard yourself speak in tongues. You've heard others speak in tongues. You don't know what they're saying. So I am not communicating with you. So it's kind of like when CD did the thing on Sunday morning, and he was being Bob the Martian. He had to have an interpreter so that we would know what he was saying. So it says, since they won't be able to understand you, you will be speaking by the power of the Spirit, but it will all be mysterious. So it's not talking about speaking in tongues, which is ministering to yourself. It's talking about prophesying, which is ministering to others. So verse 3 says, but one who prophesies is helping others grow in the Lord, encouraging and comforting them. So when we think about prophecy, we think about telling the future, talking about sin in someone's life, and it is all of those things. But the motivation is, if I go to chapter 13 and I put on love, then out of love I go after the spiritual gift. Tongues is great because that really encourages me, but it does nothing for you unless there's an interpretation of it. But if I prophesy to you, then I do it in love and out of love. Then I encourage you and I exhort you. Yes, do I warn you? Yes, I do warn you. Do I admonish you? Yes, I do. But I do it out of an attitude of love, which builds you up, makes you stronger. That's what exhortation is. That's what the encouragement is talking about here. That's what the comforting is. It opens your mind to see what the Lord is speaking to you about, to give you a better life, to give you a better relationship with others and with the Lord, to cause you to be a greater, better minister of the good news, and doing that in joy and in peace and out of a motivation of love. So prophesy does mean the things that I mentioned earlier about to tell the future and to see insight spiritually. But what it also means is, I'm going to read the definition here, prophesy, to break forth under sudden impulse in lofty discourse or praise of the divine counsels. Under like prompting, to teach. So a few weeks back we talked about teaching with hymns. So to teach, to refute, so to admonish, to give warning, to give correction, and comfort to others. So prophesy is about talking about spiritual things, but it is out of a motivation of love with an attitude of correction and comfort and expression of one another, one to another, grabbing together and bringing together in one accord. God bless you guys. Enjoy your time at practice tonight, and I look forward to seeing you next week. I won't be there on Sunday, but I will be there Monday and next week. So I look forward to seeing you next Thursday. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.